Hey y'all, what is up? What is up? I hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to be talking about something that has really been on me. Like, I literally have been in a space where I have been shifting and I can feel the shift and I can feel the energies that are happening around me and I can feel something changing, right? And I've been so exhausted. So if you guys have been so exhausted, that means you have already shifted, okay? If you have just been exhausted out of nowhere, this means that you are adjusting to the new energies and the planetary alignments and the shifts that are happening right now. Like, it is so important that we understand what is exactly happening, because sometimes it can feel like a lot of things are happening to us, but it's really actually happening for us, right? So when we're thinking about everything and we're moving and shifting and going through everyday life, because it can get busy. I'm just moving some stuff around real quick. I can set my sage over here, but it can sometimes feel like there's a lot of things going on. Like, there's a lot of shifts and stuff happening in your life. Sometimes the things that we desire to happen aren't happening because it may not be in our highest good at that moment. It doesn't mean it'll never happen. It just means at that moment it's not yet time, right? And this is hard to deal with sometimes because we literally put ourselves in a situation where it's like we need it to happen right now, or we feel like it may never happen. And that's not always the case. And we know that, going through life, we know that. We understand what that really is. But the shift is definitely happening, right? And it's important that we understand that not only do we have a frequency, but the earth has a frequency. The trees have a frequency. The birds have a frequency. Have you been noticing animals being drawn to you? Have you been noticing more people are just talking to you? Like, just communicating with you. I am not a social butterfly. I typically stay to myself because the energies for me feels different when I'm talking to certain people, right? And not everybody has great energy. And I realize that. And I think it's a form of a way for me to protect myself. So a lot of the times if I'm out, and especially if I'm with people that, around people that I may have never seen a day in my life, it's not hard for me to communicate with them. But I observe the energies first. And when I do that, I do notice that there are some people who, I could just be in my own zone. They're just like, I'm just thinking about these things I need to buy from the store and what I'm going to cook or what I'm going to do or what I need to do. Or, we're just thinking about the things that, everyday life stuff, right? But then I think it gets to a point where it's like people will just walk up to you and just start talking out of nowhere. Like, people have just been talking to me. I don't know these people. I don't know why they feel like I would want to do their hair, why they feel the urge to just come talk to me and ask me what I do. Just different things that have been put in place that isn't normal for me, because I normally stay in my zone. I stay quiet, I do my thing, and I'm gone. But lately, it just seems like people have been talking to me. People have been commenting on, like, the beautifulness of the way I look, like the energy that I give off, the just speaking positive energy towards me when I see them. But it's nothing that I'm doing normally, like, because if I'm out in public, normally I'm not dressed up. I'm usually like handling business, painting my house, doing my garden thing, whatever it is that I need to do. I'm never like really fully dressed up and in a space where I feel like, oh yeah, I look real good today. Like, I'm never I'm never in that space, especially when I'm just running into the grocery store or just running into the beauty supply store or just, but I appreciate that other people can see my light, because I see the light in other people too. And I am more willing to comment on their light than anything. But I'm always trying to give people a positive message, okay? But I am a Scorpio, so sometimes that junk come across like I'm trying to. I feel like sometimes I feel like it sounds like I'm being rude. I feel like people take my abrasiveness sometimes as I'm being rude, and I don't think that that's what it is. But I think it's just my perception of it, because I feel like people are more open and understanding to people who are kind and nice and speaking kind words to them. But sometimes you need somebody to tell you the truth. You need somebody that's not going to be a yes man in your life, because it is not going to benefit you. It's not going to help you in any way. So having somebody around that's just, no, that's not me. And I can't force myself to be that person, and I won't be that person. But I know that was a long intro, guys, but we're about to jump into this video because we have a couple of things to break down, because the shift is happening. We need to be aware of these things that are happening. But not only that, there's a message here for someone, whoever you are. And I say it's the complete collective, because everybody can learn from every message. So with us taking everything one day at a time, we actually need to make sure that we are focused on our spiritual growth the most. It's a lot of things going on. We have to work, we have business, we have kids, we have all these things. But your spiritual growth is the key to everything you want in life. That's the biggest detail that people are forgetting to tell you. Yeah, it's about manifesting. Yeah, we want these things. Yeah, we want to be successful. We want all these things. However, stressing, being in a state where your body is sick, not feeling whole, not feeling loved, feeling lonely, whatever it is that you can fill in that blank, that's on the negative side of the scale. And it's not really negative if you take away the emotions from it. It's really just you needing to focus on your higher self. A lot of the times, like, we don't understand that. And I really want to bring that message in today, because it's here for someone. Focusing on your higher self. Because the planets are shifting. We have entered new shifts, new energies. Okay? A lot of us are shifting. A lot of us has been feeling exhausted lately. I have been so exhausted. I don't know how about y'all. Have y'all been feeling exhausted? Leave a comment down in the comment box and let me know how y'all been feeling, because since the planets started to move again, not again, but recently, I have been feeling exhausted. I don't know why. I sleep, I rest, I've been just taking a break from recording and everything. I just still feel like I need more rest. Okay, so if that's you, get ready for this message, because there's something here for you. So I need to take a moment to ask you guys to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below. Hit the notification bell. Make sure that you are tuning into these messages, because it is important that we understand what is actually happening here. I like to say the word important, but we all know on our own scale, on our own level, on our own spiritual soul level, what these energies mean to us. So again, like, comment, subscribe, join the family. We are taking things one day at a time here. So if this resonates with you, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's talk about this, okay? First and foremost, the energies on the earth have shifted. It is said to be increasing. There's a lot of energetic changes that are happening. There are lots of things and people who are awakening to things, having lots of spiritual experiences. And not only that, but your intuition, your emotions, the way you feel, the energy level has heightened. So you might be exhausted. You might be like irritable. You might feel like nothing's moving fast enough. You may even be in a state where you just start to feel like it's time to do something new. Like you're ready for that. And that's the perfect time and it's the perfect season because it's spring now. Spring, everything opens back up, everything grows, everything starts anew. Is literally putting us in a state where we're blossoming. Think about it like that. We're literally blossoming. We're blossoming flowers, right? And if you don't know, springtime for me is one of the most amazing times. Okay. If you hear the birds, you hear the cars, whatever, I have the window open. I like hearing the birds. I like hearing the birds chirp. I love nature. And what I've been noticing lately is nature loves me. And I think it's something intuitively that I am called to. So when you're in that state, are you taking that moment to just breathe, to just soak up the sunlight, to just sit and ground, allow yourself to be in a state where you are at peace and able to flow on an easier level? Are you in that state where you are raising your vibration? Have you been focused on raising your vibration? Because that's important. The energies are coming in fast. There's not anything that's going to stop it or slow it down. So you either have to hitch a ride or you're going to get left behind, right? And technically not left behind, but in a state where, you may be left feeling like things aren't working to your benefit because you're not understanding the energies that are happening, the shifts that are happening for you, right? But we have literally been walking away from the things that are no longer serving us. We have been in that state where we are allowing ourselves to just truly, truly embrace the everyday life, being at peace. It's not just about working and paying bills and taking care of other people and handling this and handling that. It's literally us needing to stop, get clear, and align ourselves, right? Being able to align clearly and spiritually, just being able to be in that state where we are focusing on us internally. We are healing and removing and walking on this path because abundance, that wealth, that car, that house, everything that it is that you want to feel, to have, is there for you. But you got to release the fear. You got to walk with your head high, knowing that it is your time. It doesn't really matter when that time is. It's your time. It's literally your time to have everything it is that you desire. So start that business. Take the appropriate actions that you need for whatever it is that you are working on, whatever it is that you are doing. But make sure it feels good to you, right? In the event industry, it feels good to me for me to create. It feels good for me to make the balloon stuff, like the balloon walls, add the flowers, make the tablescapes. It feels good. Okay? It's expensive, but it feels good. It feels good to do. I love it when I can step back and look and just be like, oh, that is really cute. Like, I created that. That's really cute. I really like that. That's really pretty. They're going to really love. Like, I really like being in that state. I really do. And it's being able to release that fear so that you can reap the harvest of everything that is coming to you, because we are not standing still anymore. We are not in stagnant energy. We are not lonely. We are not heartbroken. We are not none of the things that we think are defining us. You are absolutely wonderful and made perfectly. If you don't feel that way, then it's time for you to start going inward. Your meditative state, the meditative side, that portion of your day that needs to happen on a ritualistic basis. It needs to happen every day if you can. If you can't do it during the day, when it's time for you to lay down and go to sleep at night, make sure you put on a meditation. I didn't even turn my mic on, guys. I hope you guys could hear me very clear. I forgot to turn my mic on. But anyway, it's on now. So let's keep going. The message here for you is to make sure that you are understanding what it is that you're being given, because not everything is going to feel like peaches and cream and fluffy butterflies. I mean, fluffy clouds and pretty butterflies and rainbows and sunshine. It's not going to always feel that way. But that's how you know you're shifting. And notice how you behave, because there are certain situations that I probably would cut a fool on. I would have probably acted up, did a whole bunch of stuff, right? But I've noticed, like, with certain situations, I have leveled up completely. I have leveled up to the space where I can just look and go on by my day. Look and just go my own way. Look and not respond to certain things and actions and people's and comments, you know? So look and see how you've changed, how you've grown, because you're shedding the old you. You're shedding it, like you're literally coming out. You're blossoming like a flower, right? You're blossoming. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female, you still grow. And I think that a lot of the division that we see, especially when it comes to spirituality, is feeling like we're different from other people, feeling like we're not on the same. Other people may practice other religions and practices, but it doesn't make them any less than you. And it doesn't make you any less than them. And that delusion, that is a complete illusion from everything that source has put here for us. If you're still looking at it like, oh, well, they're Buddhist and they're Muslim and they're this and they're that, like, I understand there's different factions of everything, right? But if you're still looking at them in a way that is judgmental, you're only judging yourself. Because how could you judge them if you know nothing about them? And why would you want to be in a state of judging them? You know, it's not easy to just walk away from people and just see certain behaviors and things that are happening and not want to comment or not express how you feel about it. I totally get that. But if it makes you angry, if it makes you feel like sad, if it makes you feel anything other than bliss, you need to evaluate that. Evaluate every thought, every feeling, why you feel that way. Why does this particular topic make you feel this way? Why does this particular set of people make you feel this way? It's time to address that, because we all need to be one as a collective, as a one unit. It doesn't matter your creed, your religion, your none of it, like your sex, none of it. We are one. We are one. We have to be one. There's a certain part of us that's in our lives that we desire to understand other people. But we also need to understand ourselves and our higher selves, because once you start understanding your higher self, going deeper, understanding what is being given to you, why you're shifting, why things are happening for you, then you start to realize, like, oh, well, you know, they bleed like I bleed. They go through what I go through, right? It may be on different levels, but that doesn't make anyone different from you, right? Understanding that, you know, we are moving away from that ego driven everything, right? Because we really need to be thinking and focusing with our hearts, so that our minds and our hearts are aligned completely in order to get where we need to go. It's hard to say, hey, you know what? If I've never been aligned before, to say, yep, I'm aligned. Yep. I'm here. That's me. Yep, that's me. But it takes work. That word work isn't something to be afraid of when you're doing it for yourself. That word work isn't something that you need to be afraid of when you're doing your spiritual upgrading. When you're allowing yourself to be in that state where you are freely flowing and going down the way that source has meant it for you to be. Yes, we create our reality. Yes, we do. And if you notice, your thoughts are becoming things, right? Your thoughts are becoming things. You can sit and think negatively all day. Is that helping you? Is it helping you to align your heart and your mind? If it's not helping you to align your heart and your mind, it's time to shift out of that. It's time to focus on why you're doing that. Okay? We all self sabotage sometimes. We all do it. We all do it. We all do it. It's not even like, oh, I'm better than you because you self. No, we all do it. We all do it. It don't matter what it is. We do it in relationships. We do it in business. We do it with friendships and relationships with like our significant others. We do it in business deals. We do it in school. We do it with everything. We compromise our health with other foods that we know aren't beneficial to us. We drink, we smoke, we cuss. Like it's like we all have something, right? We all have something. But understanding those moments when things don't feel at ease, when those things don't feel as if they're working out in your favor, that it's only meant to shift you out of what you no longer need. It's only meant to shift you out of where you don't need to be so that you can be centered in love, so that it can come to you, the harvest, the everything. The everything that you desire, the manifestations, the love, the peace, the joy, the abundance, the wealth, every bit of it. Every bit of it. Every bit of it is meant for you, right? Like we literally have to put ourselves in a space where we are understanding what exactly is happening here on a larger scale. And when we're in that state, when you're in that state, how does that feel for you? How does it feel for you? Are you sitting there guarding yourself? Is there a need to be guarded? Is there a need for you to walk in fear? Is there a need for you to walk in that doubt? Because it's driving our society right now. Insecurities driving our society right now. And it's being passed along as something that is good to our children, especially. Right? So when we're doing that, how are we walking in our highest state? How are we allowing ourselves to be in the state of our higher selves where we are aligning our mind and our hearts? Because the shift has happened. It has happened. We have to either catch up or we're going to fall behind, right? So there's a lot of things being released. Toxic patterns, old relationships, old plans, old belief systems. None of these things are going to no longer serve you in the future. So actively walking away from them is going to be your best benefit. Otherwise, you'll suffer tower moments where it feels like everything is caving in. That's the last thing we want. That's the last thing that we desire, right? We want things to go well. We want to be able to allow ourselves to be in a state where we are easily able to flow and it feels good and it feels magnanimous to just be in a space where we are getting the things that we desire, that we are literally walking in our power, removing the things that are no longer serving us, taking our power back from things that don't deserve us, don't deserve our energy, right? That's in everything. It's in the food, it's in the music, it's in the people, it's in your surroundings, right? We have to do that. Removing the guard off of our eyes so we can really see truly the reality in everything. Literally the reality in everything. It is literally the major the major component to everything. Being able to stay in a state where we are breezing through life. Literally breezing through life. And so it all leads back to the same thing, all the way back to us needing to center from an ego driven reality to a heartfelt, heart centered consciousness, right? So that means releasing toxic patterns, relationships, all the stuff that named before, right? The things that are no longer serving us can no longer be in the forefront. It can no longer be the thing that drives us. We have to shift out of that. And in order for you to do that, which I desire to see everybody happy and living in their higher self, in order for you to do that, it may take you some time. It may take you the time to allow yourself to shift into a higher space, a higher alignment, a higher dimension. It may take you just simply saying, I agree and I align myself with my highest alignment. It may take that. Some of us can feel it. Some of us can see it. It's literally there. It can be something as simple as clearing out the clutter in your home. It can be you refreshing like the paint on your house, which is what I'm doing. We are really out here painting the outside of our home. It feels good to step back and look at it and see how fresh it looks, how new it looks. Like, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. But how does that feel to you? When you're thinking about it, when you're in that state, how does that feel to you? What are you doing for yourself to keep you in the highest alignment for yourself, to keep your heart and your head in alignment? What are you doing for you? Okay. Now, right now is that season for you to do so. Right now is the season for you to just walk in your path and make sure you have everything, all your ducks in a row, to release the things that are no longer serving you. Get rid of that old furniture. Get rid of those old clothes. Get rid of that old limiting belief that make you feel like you're less than. Get rid of the things that tell you your body isn't perfect. Get rid of that. Get rid of the ideology of just feeling like you have to be like this person and that person in order to be happy. You need nothing to be happy. It feels good when you have the things that you desire to have, though, right? But allowing it to come, allowing your manifestations and all the things that you want to come to you in a space of peace and ease and love. That's the crucial part. That's the part you need to understand. That's the part that we need to take to heart. You need nothing. But it's okay if you desire everything. Right? It's okay if you desire everything. You need nothing, but it's okay if you desire everything. Not with a greedy mindset, but with the mindset of just being in that state of play and creativity and love and joy and experience, and just fully tapping into what it feels like to be there, what it feels like to be in that state of just amazingness. What does it feel like to have $20 million? What does it feel like to have the top event planning company in the area? What does it feel like for you to be the top grossing business for your industry? What does it feel like to be the best mom, dad, parent, sister, brother, whatever in the world? What does that feel like? Because when you start to visualize these things, you start to bring them into your reality. That creativity that needs to go along with that love, that peace, that heart-centered, that joy allows you to create more abundantly. It allows that manifestation to come in the way it needs to come in. But how can it come in if you're stuck with a fistful of nothingness that no longer serves you? How? How could you even grasp anything when you're holding on so tight to the things that are no longer serving you, to the things that are shedding away from you? Literally shedding away from you. The energies that are here today for us is one that we need to take advantage of. We need to wholeheartedly accept it. We need to be in a state where we are just looking at everything that we want to manifest and all the beautiful things. And we are allowing ourselves to create from a place of not less than, not lack, not to try to be like someone else, but from a place of love. I love that decor. I love that house. I love that style. I love the way this looks and feels. I love the way it smells. I love the way it drives. I love the way when I look at my bank account, it feels like there's nothing to worry about. The feeling, the heart, like centering your mind and your heart right now. Right now, okay? That's what's going to be the major components, that the greatest components that is going to allow you to shift and be able to vibrate in this frequency, this energy that you want to be in, right? Now, we also need to make sure that we're balancing the masculine and the feminine energies, okay? Because that nurturing side of us, that creative side of us, that flowing side of us, that feminine side of us needs to come out, whether you are a male or female, okay? Just because you're a male, the feminine energy is in all of us. We have duality. There is masculine and feminine in everyone. It doesn't mean you're female. It literally means that you're able to nurture, you're able to create, you're able to flow, you're able to just be in that state where you are naturally allowing things to happen. You are using your brain, your creativity. You are making magic from nothingness, right? And that is what keeps us driving, right? That visualization, that imagination that we are creating in our mind on what it feels like to have these things, to be in this place, right? That is what that feels like. But are you willing? Because that's the question here. Are you willing to allow yourself to step into that state? Are you ready to step into that state? If you are, leave a comment down below and say, I am ready and I am allowing this beautiful energy to flow to me and through me. Because the goal here is for us to flow like water, okay? You wake up, your body telling you, Me personally, I'm going to lay back down. Who am I? I want to be in flow. I don't want to force. I don't want to have to make things happen. I don't want to have to always be trying to struggle and fight my way through things. I don't want to do it. Okay? I don't want to do it. I want to be with flow because the universe is gifting us every day with its small tokens, such as a butterfly. You might see a rabbit. Somebody just might buy you a drink or think of you and buy your favorite candy. You know, they might take you out to eat. These are just small things to show you that the universe is working in your favor. You may be able to do some things that you haven't done in a long time. You may just be able to speak with somebody who, you know, just makes you feel amazing, give you a compliment out of nowhere for no reason. See the universe working on your behalf in everything that is happening, okay? Everything that is happening. And I know personally, especially when it comes to money. Money, guys. When it comes to money, I understand we have bills to pay. We have things to do, right? We got things to do. You know, we all do. We all do. So with that being said, if you are in that state where you are struggling to pay your bills and you're trying to figure out how, and you're trying to figure out when, and you're trying to figure out what can I do to make more, to do more, the answer is turning inward. You have to start meditating. You have to start visualizing. It's a level of breathing that needs to come with that. Because breath is life, okay? Breath is life. Your breath is life. So think about it. You need to be able to sit and meditate on the things that you desire to happen while focusing on that breathing, focusing on how good it feels for that thing to have done, for it to already be done, to feel what it feels like to go through your awakening and feel like what it feels like on the other side of that, at the pinnacle of everything that you're trying to do. What does that feel like? Like, really, what does it feel like? Because when I'm thinking about my manifestations, my new home, my land, my business, like, I'm thinking at the pinnacle of it all, at the highest level. And it took me time to get there to that highest level. Because at first, I'm just thinking like, oh, you know what? I don't need $750 million. I don't need that. I just need enough to be happy and pay my bills. That's a limiting belief. That's a limiting thought form. You know, some of us, we don't need it. We don't need that much. But at the pinnacle, at the very top, at the thing that you can't imagine yourself having, start imagining yourself having. Instead of me thinking about millions, I'm already at billions. I'm already like, okay, my business is up. Everything is great. I get to travel. I got billions in the bank. My company has been franchised so many times in all over the world. We are a household name. Like, I'm just like all over the place with it. Why? Because I do not want to allow myself to be stuck in limiting beliefs. At first, I didn't grow up with money. I didn't know what it felt like to be wealthy. I don't know what it feels like to be wealthy, right? Until I start to visualize and listen to subliminals and watch all these beautiful house shopping channels where I'm looking at people buying houses for 120 million, 300 million, 50 million. You know, and it's like, wow, like, this is normal. This is normal. And it became something that I could just literally start to see myself until I got to a point recently where we actually went to see our first $1 million home. Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really have to get out of that state. And it was exciting. It was exciting. I have never been on the property of a home that was that much. You understand what I'm saying? So that manifesting part, just being able to go do something like that as a part of your manifestation is massive for you, okay? So, like I said, that was a beautiful experience for my family. That was a beautiful experience for my family. It feels normal. It feels like something that I can do now. It feels like something that can happen so easily because it happened just that easy. And the home is beautiful. The home is absolutely beautiful. But are you in that state where you can visualize yourself seeing something, walking through this house, going to this place, like looking up these type of things that you desire and want? Are you in that space? Are you in that space where you can put two and two together and say, I'm aligning my spiritual life and the things that I desire together to make one? Because that is crucial. Again, the energies are increasing. The earth has already shifted. Now it's our turn. Okay? It's our turn. And there are many changes that are happening. But understand and speak this out loud. Speak it out. Everything works in your favor. It doesn't matter the circumstances. It doesn't matter how it's happening. It doesn't matter the way it happens or the way it unfolds. It is for your benefit. It is for your good, no matter what. That is final. There is no takebacks. No takebacks. Everything that is happening for your highest alignment. It is happening for your good. And that is it. Closed case, done deal. Right? That is where we are. That is where we need to stay. And because of all these shifts and stuff, what I want you to do is start focusing on your breathing. When you start to notice that your energy is all over the place, start meditative breathing. It's life. Literally just life. I like to put on the highest frequency music. Sometimes it's 999, 888. What else I listen to? I just listen to frequencies, pure tone frequencies. And I know a lot of people might not be able to do that, but it's okay. Listen to your frequencies. Just sit and just breathe. You don't got to think about nothing. You don't got to do nothing. You just sit, palms up, lay there, breathe. Just breathe. Because a lot of the times, it's just the fact that we haven't had a moment to just exhale, right? And so being in that space where we can just release, just being able to release can help heighten your intuition. It can help make the manifestations that you have and are desiring to come to life. Guys, it's like uber important. Like so important. And I say it's so important because these are the things that are important to me. But out of everything that was said here today, what is important to you? What is the biggest factor that stands out to you? What do you feel like it's time for you to do? Because when we're thinking about this shift, when we're thinking about the energetic shifting and the earth and the planetary alignments and the moon cycles and the astrology and all these things that we have that's guiding us, that we can use to guide us, what is the biggest thing or the thing that comes to mind first when I say it's your time? When I say that, what does that feel like to you? Is it you starting that business? Is it you restarting your business? Is it you leveling up your life, period? Is it you getting that house? Is it you buying that car? What is it that you see? What is it that's there for you, right? What is it? It's something there. And that something is just for you. It can't be for nobody else. Not the way it's meant for you. It can't be. Why? Because you are you. No one can be you. Nobody can imitate you. I mean, they can try. But what you have, that part of the divine spark that source gave you, is yours. It cannot belong to someone else. Nobody can take it. They can try to pretend, but they'll never be happy with what you have the way you have it. So none of that matters. The only thing you need to decide today, right now, is to allow these energy shifts that is happening on this earth, what has already taken place on this earth, that is already taken place in the alignment of the planets, to guide you, to show you the way, releasing control of needing to make it happen yourself. The universe is your guide to having everything else that you want and desire. Or God, or source, whatever you choose to say. However, it is your source. It is your guide. It is your guide to however it is that you want to play this game. Right? Because if we're looking at it and we're like, oh, it's just a game of life. It's literally just a game of life. So at this point in my life, what am I choosing to do? What am I choosing to bring into this reality that I'm already in? What am I choosing to do? These are questions that we have to ask ourselves sometimes. And sometimes they're not always easy questions to answer. And that's okay. But as long as you understand that these new frequencies, these energies, everything that is happening for you, and only for you, right? So guys, I hope you found this video very helpful. There's a lot to unpack with that. I could talk forever, like literally forever, about a lot of these things, a lot of the things. But stay tuned for my next video because I will be dropping that very soon. I'm batch recording. So guys, I hope you like everything that was said today. Leave me a comment down below. Put the praying hands, or just let me know you vibing with the energy shifting, because you have to embrace it. You don't want to fight the current. You want to go with the current, right? You want to embrace it. So put down below, I embrace it. I'm ready. I'm open. The shift is happening in my favor. Drop me something to let me know you understand the message for here today. So guys, until next time, peace.